.926 save percentage. Capobianco on defense with Chris, and up front we're going to see the top line right away. Ritzkovian, Hughes, and Lind. Puck is down. The Western Conference Finals are officially underway from Abbotsford, and Texas takes the opening possession and dump it in deep. Played towards Shilovs, who will look to cover, and he gets a quick whistle. Just 13 seconds in.
Sure, try and force it before the blue. Now you got your feet moving and get out of the zone.
Waters stays on for face-off purposes. Ritzkovian lost his helmet as they battled for the puck. He's got to pick it up or change. Meanwhile, Capobianco takes a shot that gets blocked. Nice job by Brisebois to get in the way like he usually does, and he feeds it the other way for Arshdeep Bains. Here he comes down the left wing. Bains takes a shot. Poirier save. Rebound in front. Brisebois hands off for Bains. Canucks control it. Here's Brisebois, right circle, wrister, glove save by Poirier, and he says, I'm into the series now, boys. Nice save by the goaltender, as the fans appreciate that offensive zone. Puck movement, Bains to Brisebois, and it's still scoreless to 16:08 to go.
And Bains takes us all the way down the left side, throws it on the short angle. There's a rebound that somehow bounces all the way back to him. So now he's circling up across the blue line, crosses center, and where it looked like he was going to take the shot, a seam opens up to hit Brisebois all the way through, and Bains doesn't take an extra second, rips it all the way through, but the Stars were able to make a good block on it, deflecting it out of play.
And the Stars win it back. Here's a chance off the draw, and Strongis had his shot blocked at the last second. Now he holds the left point, and his wrister goes well wide of the net. Wolanin feeds it up to center, and Ty Glover brings it in the offensive zone. Nice drop pass for DiGiuseppe, who lets one go to Poirier, who finds the puck and gets away from the traffic in front as we get our first pushing and shoving match, and it's involving Glover and DiGiuseppe. DiGiuseppe's on his back right now as he got thrown to the ice by Peterson, it looks like. So those two have a chat with 14:30 to go, and now maybe the rivalry slowly starting to build. Who knows? We'll see if there's any penalties here.
That's one of those classic play at the net. The shot comes in, Poirier makes a nice glove save, whistle goes. Before you know it, the net's off its moorings, and everyone kind of looks around and you find a partner really quick. There's, just like you said, they're still feeling this series out, feeling each other out, seeing how everything is going to run. But as this game and this first period starts to continue on, you'll see everything start to tighten up a little bit. It's still
chips it out, but he hit one of the officials. Sammy Blais says, thank you very much, I'll take it back in. Throws it in front for Smith, and he's stuffed by Poirier. He doesn't know where it is, but he's got it in his gear. And the best chance of the series goes to Nate Smith on a great setup from Blais. And Poirier with 12:18 to go, to his left, makes a great stop.
The puck on the clearing attempt hits the linesman. Sammy Blais jumps on it quickly down the left wall. He gets past the first defender. They're thinking they're going to throw it back. He throws it all the way to the back door. And what a save by Poirier, powerfully pushing from his right to his left, and gets the glove on it and squeezes between his glove and his pants. What a save to keep the game scoreless.
So what?
And if you include his time as an assistant coach in the ECHL with Idaho, made the playoffs every year it was possible. 13 years as a coach. This is his first trip to the conference finals. That is how hard it is. And his team, part of the Calder Cup playoffs Final Four. Texas with a chance. Lind a shot. They score! Cole Lind from between the face-off circles gives Texas the first lead of the series at 8:59 of the first period. Cole Lind with a quick one-timer. No stranger to the conference finals, as we mentioned, back in this position for the third year in a row, and his buddy Cameron Hughes set him up. Hughes from the right circle, Lind from the slot, and they beat Shilovs on the glove side as Texas is off and running here in game one. 1-0 lead courtesy of Cole Lind, and that is his 7th goal of these playoffs.
Bring her about the next minute and 10 seconds as Abbotsford brings it across the line. Here's Carlson to Brisebois, fan on his shot, gets it back, and they score! How about that? Guillaume Brisebois joins the rush, takes the pass and buries it, and the Canucks get a late one.
What an odd man rush by the Abbey Canucks. They move the puck off the block as they cause the turnover in the defensive zone, they move up the ice quick. It comes to the right side, makes a beautiful pass back into the slot to Brisebois, who fans on his shot but stays with it, and he ends up actually putting it in off of the defender's butt, who falls down in the crease. Poirier slides past it, and it goes right off of the defender and into the back of the net. 1-1, 1:04 left in the first period.
The officials are talking about something. Trey Taylor took out his own goaltender, so Poirier was down and couldn't do anything. Tough right there for Taylor, as it looked like he just caught an edge and took out Poirier. And Guillaume Brisebois says, thank you very much. Check, knocks his man down. And the Stars able to clear it. Could have had an on-man rush. And now a breakaway all of a sudden for Huru. He shoots and he's stopped by Shilovs. Out of nowhere, the Stars take advantage in transition as the puck is flicked all the way down. And the fresh ice will help it past the goal line for a whistle. Icing's a call, and Shilovs is into the second period early on, Landon.
And as the play, Kara makes a massive hit on the forecheck in the offensive zone, but everyone gets puck watching a bit. The puck moves up the ice quick. Wu goes to close it at the offensive or defensive blue line. He makes a pass through, and all of a sudden it's one-on-one on Shilovs, and he looks so calm and set in his position. He was out on the top of the blue paint, takes it in the right shoulder or left shoulder area to stop him on the break. Pretty clean now. The fans are really appreciating what he's done in the last two shifts here.
I know they love him here in Abbotsford especially, but I don't think I've ever heard of Artie chant. Now he's going to make a save, and he makes a glove stop on Taylor, and you'll probably hear the fans chant his name again as he does the splits and flashes the leather to keep it 1-1.
That was an old school full extension glove save.
There it is, the fans doing it again, unbelievable. Right on cue, Shilovs with a great stop. And he's already faced 15 shots, not even 22 minutes into game one.
That honestly looked like an old school Bobby Lou glove save, fully outstretched. There's a quick drop pass to a one-timer. Shilov's ready to stand tall and makes a beautiful glove save for a face-off to the right.
And Landon losing time, and the fans knew it as well. And now Jujhar Khaira back to pick up behind his net. Boy, is game one getting good. The first period was back and forth, and looks like same deal here in the second early on as we're inching towards the 5-minute mark. Canucks get a steal in the offensive zone. Mancini with a shot. That gets blocked as Blade delivers another check. Now Wolanin left point. Shoots it behind the net. Sammy Blais is there, and he throws down another star. Sammy Blais, the wrecking ball. Playing it behind the net for Khaira, in front for Smith, whacking away, puck is in the crease, Stars have it in their skates, and Khaira couldn't get to it. It comes to the corner as Tristan Nielsen, back to Mueller, right circle, throws it in front, and Carlson couldn't get contact, he was hollering for it. Good chance as he just came off the bench. It is all Canucks here these last 2 minutes. The puck is in front of their bench, and now there's a 2-on-1. Carlson with Mueller, Carlson to Mueller, he scores! They were dominating, and now they just took their first lead in game one, and it's Ty Mueller getting his second point of the night.
And this is all about just pure pressure, forcing turnovers, not giving Texas any time to make a play. They cause another turnover right at the blue line of the offensive zone. Carlson gets it, makes a beautiful fake slap shot, steps around the defender, feeds it back in front to Mueller, who gets a nice one-handed redirect past the Texas goaltender Poirier to take the 2-1 lead. But this goal has been shifts in the making. Abby just taking control of this game and really putting it to Texas and finally getting...
I think, folks, we have seen a line that probably won't be broken up anytime soon. Here's Mancini in the attacking zone for Mueller. Left wing, he gets held up from behind. That'll be a penalty. Delayed call. The first power play of the series is going to go to Abbotsford as Texas touches the puck. It is all Canucks these last 5 minutes, and they're going to look to add to their 2-1 lead with 12:40 to go.
They're deserving of a penalty, of a power play here, not just because of the hook that was just taken, but for the way that Abby has taken over this game. You can feel how much Texas is feeling the pressure right now as they take the hooking call, because they get beat again off an entry, and they're looking at an odd man rush to where Abby was going to be able to get the puck to the net and really not make.
Strongest into the offensive zone, high shot off the glove of Shilovs, rebound, he scores! Antonio now Strongis has his first goal of the postseason and ties the game at 2 with 7:50 left in the second period. That has to feel good for Strongis, who literally grabs his back of his jersey, pulls the monkey off the back as he has scored his first goal since the regular season. Remember, Strongis was injured on March 19th against Ontario, and he missed 9 weeks into the postseason. He jumped into the Milwaukee series for Game 3 of the best-of-5 in the division finals. He called his shot, too, after Game 5's win when things had settled down, and it was Abbotsford back into the Texas zone, dumps it into the far corner. Here's Brisebois, first to it, out front off the paddle of Poirier's stick. Loose puck, he makes another save. Third try, goes off Poirier's shoulder and over the top. Now in the left circle, here's a shot, fought off again by Poirier. He folds back over to his back, has it underneath. No whistle yet as the Canucks hack away at it. And Poirier winds up getting that whistle, laying on top of the puck. They let it go for a while, and sticks were just hammering away under the back of the Stars goaltender, but dangerous waters there for Texas as the Canucks were buzzing to try to go back in front. 16:52 left in this third period. They're going to give Remy an extra second to catch his breath on that one. He looks up to the video board to see what just occurred. Ty Mueller has 2 points in this game, got the initial shot that Poirier had to fight off, and then it wound up underneath him. And then chaos ensued. Nielsen was the one jamming away with the blade of his stick under the back of Poirier to try to free up that puck. And again, nothing he did was wrong there necessarily. He played to the whistle, there was no whistle. Face off to the right of Poirier. Here is Gavin White, slides it over to Loft, down to the far corner. It hops over a stick, in behind the net it comes. White puts some pressure on down there. To the left wing corner now. And the Canucks try to clear it. Leaping at the line to hold the zone was McKenzie, and he was unable to do so. It's offside, and then everybody gathers around in front of the Canucks bench with 8:32 to go. There's been one penalty in this game. It was a holding call against Matej Blumel in the second period. The Stars killed it off. But the Canucks have not been penalized here in Game 1. And as this game gets later and later and it's tied up at 2, you have to think, unless it's egregious, they probably won't take a penalty tonight. And Texas time by Lecker-Mackey. This line has been buzzing in behind the Stars net in the right wing corner. Huru tries to tie his man up. Lecker-Mackey has it poke checked by Capobianco. A high stick coming. Lecker-Mackey's going to get the penalty. Capobianco took a high stick, and Texas is going to get their first power play of Game 1 in the final 4 minutes, maybe the final 3. There's 3:10 left. The net is empty for the extra attacker on the delayed penalty. It'll be the first penalty of the night for Abbotsford. Here's McKenzie. Tries to go down low. It's intercepted by Brisebois, and here it is. The Stars will have a power play. Will it be 2 minutes or 4? Capobianco showing the officials here. If it is 4, it would only be 4 if the Stars don't score. It would go into overtime. I think the signal was 2. It will be a 2-minute high-sticking minor at 16:59. And it'll be Lecker-Mackey that goes to the box, the former first-round point. 2:40 left in Game 1. Down low to Ritzkovian. Back to Blumel, top of the circle. Here's Lind on the goal line. Out front, backhand, and Shelov's a save. Loose puck, it's back, and no whistle yet. It's squirted free out of the crease with a collision, and then Shelov's and Lind get into it. The whistle came with 1:27 left on the Lecker-Mackey penalty. 2:28 to go in the third period. This is how good Abbotsford's penalty kill has been in the playoffs. They've killed off 34 of 35. They're at 97.1%. And again, the Colorado Eagles scored the only power play goal that Abbotsford has allowed. Stars nearly just went in front on a power play goal, but it stayed out from the looks of it. The only player who scored a power play goal against the Canucks in the postseason was Ty Felleber, former Texas Star in Game 4 of the Pacific Division Finals. It was late in the second period of that game that Colorado won 3-1. Green, Justin Ritzkovian, and Ty Mueller will start things off at center ice for this face-off. Here we go. Nothing like it in sports. Overtime in the playoffs. Abbotsford wins the opening draw. Skating it up the right wing is Victor Mancini, who shoots it in around the Texas net. Luke Chris tries to clear. Baines keeps it in. It's in around the net now for Mueller to the right wing side. He'll drop it off for Carlson. He'll feed it up to Brisebois at the left point. Brisebois sends it back down into the left circle again, and Linus Carlson fanned on it as it comes out to center. Brisebois will shoot it back in, and the Canucks will work their first change of overtime, getting 5 new skaters onto the ice. This is shot all the way back, and McKenzie waiting for it, tried to slide it to Huru, and it was behind R2 Huru as the Stars had to get back on side, and this pass is turned over by the Canucks. Brought back in on the right wing by Emilio Peterson. Down low to Blumel, save Shelov's rebound, swatted just wide by Huru. Back to Peterson, a shot, and Shelov's with the save. Face-off will be to his right with 18:26 to go in overtime. R2 Huru, keep an eye on him. He's been relatively quiet in these playoffs with just 1 goal so far. He had 2 overtime winners in the regular season. And who knows, these fans have been chanting Artie all night for Shelov's, but R2 Huru also goes by Artie. Stars with an offensive zone faceoff. Jack Becker on the draw, and he's gonna go up again.
Smith takes a feed from Kara. Over to the left point for Wolanin. He'll tee up a shot, stopped by Poirier. He scores! Christian Wolanin! Let's get out of here! Christian Wolanin just called game 1! It looked like Poirier took it in the chest, but it didn't. It squeaked through the wickets, and he slams his stick in disgust heading to the locker room. Wolanin the hero. Puck's on net, kids, you hear that? Puck's on net. This place erupts.
You can try and find the pretty play all you want, but at this time of the year, you need pucks on net. Just like Brandon just said, as that puck gets moved around, it's been a bit of a pinball, but Wolanin gets it to the point, there's no second thought. He sees that he's got a clean, flat puck, and he's just gonna rifle this at the net. It's a bounce off the board. There's the winger that comes out to front it, and as he does, Semenov ends up going through his legs, hits the lower part of the stomach of Poirier, and just goes right through his legs. Game over. Christian Wolanin able to end this one just over 5 minutes into this first overtime period. The crowd goes wild. What an